The 20 most terrifying water attractions in the world. Generally, water parks and swimming pools are supposed to be a fun way to cool off on a hot day.
And if you've always considered water slides entertainment for children, today you're going to change your opinion. These are 10 of the craziest water slides that will give you a breathtaking experience and a splash of adrenaline.
But sometimes the designers get things horribly wrong. Looking for scary water slides? How about the scariest water slides in the world? And that's just for starters. This is a list of the most terrifying water attractions in the world. Some are now closed because of their safety hazards, while others just make you cringe at the thought of what could happen. They don't stop at scary slides either. Chillin' with alligators? You got it. Swimming with sharks? You bet. We can't make this stuff up, people. Sit back, relax, and be grateful that you're currently sitting safely on your couch, dry as dust while you watch these great water attractions that are really aquatic nightmares. The ICEBERGS Hotel Pool. Since man first left the caves and started wearing pants, he's been defying nature wherever possible. But the pool at the ICEBERGS Hotel in Australia is an exceptional affront to nature and all its glory. Its constructors took one look at the ocean and said, "Man, I wish that was a swimming pool," and proceeded to push the ocean back 20 feet. And despite all this, people still swim in the thing, which is strange because it's essentially just a walled-in piece of ocean. They can't keep regular pool water in it because the ocean keeps getting in. So why wouldn't you just swim in the normal ocean, where you aren't getting knocked on your ass by a wave 4 times taller than you every minute? The JOULE Hotel Pool. The pool in the JOULE Hotel looks like something a toddler would put on his Lego hotel, right below the room made entirely of pizza, and next to the landing pad for the giant fighting robot. Not only does one end of the pool project out into space, but the exterior wall is made of clear glass, and if it were to give out, there's just no way you'd be able to stop yourself from spilling out with the water and falling 10 stories. But according to the hotel's website, that's exactly how they want you to feel. With an eye-catching design by Adam D. Tiffany, the glass-fronted pool cantilevers 8 feet beyond the hotel's structure, providing swimmers with the sensation of swimming off the building's edge. Comforting, isn't it? And even if you miraculously survived spilling onto the street, you'd be standing in the middle of the street. And if this happens to you, then please do watch out for traffic. The Cannonball Loop. Quite possibly the worst water slide ever conceived.
My father probably should have been born in the 1850s. He was a really very interesting, iconic guy who just loved to have fun. The
Cannonball Loop that used to stand at action is exactly what you'd expect. A water slide with a loop in it. The slide was only open for a month, after which it was permanently closed because of the amount of injuries. Some people didn't quite make the loop and fell off the top, because of, gravity. Others had their backs scratched to hell by the sand and dirt that collected at the bottom of the loop by, again, gravity. There also wasn't a pool at the bottom. Instead, disoriented and bruised riders were greeted by a wet mat. The Devil's Pool. First, let me introduce you to Victoria Falls in Zambia.
The largest waterfall on the whole planet and one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, with a 100-meter drop to the rocks below.
They're 355 feet high, which is safely within the if you fall off from anything this high, you will die zone. But that doesn't stop reckless adventurers from hiking to the top and swimming at the lip of the falls. It's a bit safer than it looks because of a rock wall just under the surface that stands between these foolhardy tourists and their impending doom, but only marginally. People still slip over the edge on occasion. The Golden Nugget Pool. The Golden Nugget Pool in Las Vegas looks fairly normal at first glance, if not a little over-luxurious. The pool itself is round and has a large aquarium filled with ocean life at the center, so you can swim with the fishes without all that nasty touching the fishes. But the main feature of the pool is its water slide, which turns into a glass tube and dives through the aquarium. But even that wouldn't be so horrifying if the aquarium weren't infested with sharks. CROCOSAURUS COVE. As the rulers of the planet, we humans have gotten pretty used to being at the top of the food chain, and that's boring.
Of is how we feed some of our big crocodiles here, so pretty amazing. Oh my god.
CROCOSAURUS COVE in Darwin, Australia is out there to remind us that things in nature still can and will eat humans if given the opportunity. As if the experience of climbing into a glass tube while surrounded by man-eating monsters wasn't stressful enough. The staff at CROCOSAURUS COVE went ahead and named the thing the Cage of Death, which makes you want to climb in even more if you hate your job, your family, or your friends. Oh, and they feed the crocodiles while you're in there, just to make them more active.
They're putting on a brave face, and I can tell they're just as scared as I am.
Because when you're trapped in a crocodile enclosure, you want them to be as active as possible. One of the big selling points is that it lets you get up close and personal with these creatures. But how close is too close? SKYPARK at the Mariana Bay Sands. You're probably aware of what an infinity pool is. But SKYPARK ranks the vertigo up to 11 and puts on right at the edge of a goddamn skyscraper. This is where most people would make an easy, half-assed infinity after life joke, but we're all better than that around here. Terrifyingly, though, the fact that it's at the end of a skyscraper makes it look like you're trying to swim away from a waterfall. In the business district, SKYPARK is actually a platform that rests across the tops of 3 different skyscrapers and has a bird's-eye view of Singapore. But don't worry, it's perfectly safe to swim in infinity pools are just an illusion. And there's a ledge just below the water's surface on the other side. Even if you were to fall out of the pool, you'd be perfectly fine. So the danger's an illusion, but the vertigo-induced vomiting into the pool that everyone else is using, that's very real. INSANO at Beach Park, Brazil. INSANO once earned itself a spot in the Guinness Book of World Records for being the tallest, and arguably most terrifying water slide in Europe. At 14 stories high, riders can reach speeds of up to 65 miles per hour, and fall the entire length of the slide in just a few seconds. Scorpion's Tail at Noah's Ark Water Park. At 400 feet tall, this slide is easily one of the tallest in the US. It's also the first to include a nearly vertical loops that you'll go careening through while other Wisconsinite park goers watch from below. But the scariest part? Waiting for the floor to fall out from below you in this death capsule. The L2, Austria. The first double looping slide in the world. L2 will drop you from a whopping 40-story heights and shoot you through its 2 gigantic loops at more than 40 miles per hour. Warning, it's even more terrifying from below. Let's show us your feeling about this video and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for your watching.